So yeah, in 2025, I predicted that Mandami was not equipped to run the country. I predicted that he was running because they said he was an actor. And his campaign looked exactly like a 90s sitcom. Promising, 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 and can't deliver. Oh yeah, we're gonna have 1 month of school, the rest all summer. Yeah, vote for me, right? We're gonna have 1 class, then you leave, vote for me. Yeah, all right? And they're gonna make the school pay for it. Yeah, vote for me. I mean, it was very, very unrealistic, the promises that he made. And I said, this guy doesn't look like he knows how to make up, like the things that he promises, that he's promising. I don't think he can fulfill on these promises. And I don't think he knows how to balance a budget. This is ridiculous. I don't think he knows anything about running a Fortune 500 company or handling this amount of money, right? And sure enough, a month later, Dr. Steve Turley had a video where he broke down the numbers, and he even broke down some of the things that Mandami said, that mathematically, when he was asked how he was going to fulfill these promises, he didn't know how. It didn't add up. Let's say that. The math that he gave on how he was going to fulfill on these crazy 90s sitcom out of the world promises, like free buses and freeze the rent in New York City, where we all know an apartment can cost 3 times as much as anywhere else in the country. This guy can't do it. A month later, Dr. Steve Turley made a video showing exactly that. I said, wow, this is amazing. Yeah, this is what you get here on this video. Political forecast that tells you, that puts you up on not only entertainment news, current events, but political forecasting, so that you can know what to look for ahead of this, way ahead of everybody else. All right? I knew the Democrats were finished when they only had Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, 2 of the worst people. Let's say this, 2 people that you absolutely, from watching them speak alone, right? From Joe Biden not being able to finish his debate, right? And looking absolutely horrible in his debate. We knew. From Kamala Harris, who went from dissing Joe Biden and telling him how much of a racist he was to working for him. We knew she had no real policy, right? So we said it's over for the Democrats. We knew then. Of course, shout out to everybody that voted for Trump, and it looks like it's going to be a golden age for a long, long time. I think about maybe the next 100 years. Trump gets in, he puts in Doge. Doge finds out that they're sending billions and millions to transgenders, to Chile, for transgender comic books to Chile. This is what Doge found out. They were spending that money. We're like, whoa, it's over for the Democrats. They're just creating these causes so they can line their pockets. And that's what it seems like. Then they went forward, said it's over for them. But then it got worse. They went ahead and it got absolutely worse. They shut the government down, right? They shut the government down. There was no food stamps, child care. There was no food stamps, child care, pay for the military, right? There wasn't even pay for, how do you say, the traffic control. These are the people that make sure that the plane lands. These are the people that make sure that the plane gets to the destination safely, right? For all the travel throughout the world, for your packages, right? For you who wants to go on vacation, for you who have an important business meeting, things that happen round the clock. They were not getting paid, knowing that they could have passed the bill while they negotiate to keep all those people paid, and all of those government funds funded. They decided that they were going to keep the government shut down, even though they could have passed a bill to pay for the child care, pay for the traffic control, pay the military, the people who protect this country. They could have signed a bill while they negotiate. They decided not to. There was a Democrat who decided that he said, you know what? I can't do this anymore. Look him up. Look up Democrat speaks on the House floor and says he cannot no longer keep the government closed while his constituents or other citizens are doing without. That means the Democrats knew what they were doing. And he signed it, and the government opened back up. He was one of the Democrats that signed it. that opened the government back up. We're like, it's over for the Democrats, all right?